So my name's Kim, and I'm here to talk about my experience with Vaught Chiropractic, tell my story, so to speak. I should begin by saying that I'm an avid cyclist, and cycling has just been a part of my lifestyle. So about 5 years ago, I had the unfortunate experience of going over my handlebars, landing on my head. I ended up with a concussion. That's as bad as it was, though, because I did have a helmet on. But that did start me down a path of issues with my neck 5 years ago. So a friend of mine after that, my neck was achy, it was stiff, it was achy, not too horrible, but a friend of mine kept saying, you need to come see Dr. Vaught. He's really good, he's a great chiropractor, you need to go see him, you need to go see him. And I thought, yeah, I'll go see him, but I didn't do that for several years. So, cut to last July of 2018, I woke up with a horrendous headache. When I would get up, it would hurt. It was just a terrible pain, also along with a lot of nausea. But the odd thing about it was that when I laid down, it would completely go away. So I thought, this is really odd. So I was texting this same friend saying, hey, this is happening, and when I lay down, it goes away. This is really odd. And she just kept saying, you need to see Dr. Vaught. You need to see Dr. Vaught. She just so happened to have an appointment that day. So she came and saw Dr. Vaught, mentioned me, told him what my symptoms were, said, hey, you need to see her. What do you think? Well, his reaction was, absolutely not. Don't give her my name, don't give her my address, tell her not to even drive by my office because that is not chiropractic. She needs to go to a hospital. So, not the reaction she was quite expecting, but she told me that, and oddly enough, that very day I ended up in the emergency room and 10 days in the hospital. So let's see, 10 days in the hospital, 2 more visits to the emergency room, and 3 procedures later, I had ended up with a spinal fluid leak way up at the top of my head due to the fact that that accident 5 years ago had weakened the dura that holds your spinal fluid where it's supposed to be. It had weakened and finally just sprung a leak. So there I was. After all of that, though, they got that fixed. But unfortunately, I still continued to have the neck pain. It was stiff. It still hurt. So I thought, I guess it's time to go see the chiropractor. So a whole year after that happened, I finally made an appointment with Dr. Vaught, and so that was this July. So I made the appointment, showed up on that day, and I'm telling him, about my symptoms, my neck, and what my problem was. And then I mentioned, and I had this spinal fluid leak a year ago. Well, his reaction was priceless. He said, oh, you're that girl, I remember you, I didn't want to see you. And I said, yeah, that was me. And he said, but now I do need to see you. So I have been seeing Dr. Vaught regularly since July, and I could not be happier. I love his intuitive approach to his treatment plan. He uses muscle testing to let your body be the guide to what he needs to do that day for your treatment. It's not a cookie cutter, oh, your neck hurts, let's just adjust your neck. Oh, your back hurts, we're just going to adjust your back. It's not like that at all. I can come in, he'll do the muscle testing, and sometimes he needs to adjust something way out here on my neck. Sometimes it's the 2 vertebrae at the very top of my neck. Then the next time it could be the adjustment moves down to C4, C5, and then the next thing you know, it's my mid-back. Sometimes I think he's as surprised as me what needs to be adjusted that day. But I am completely on board with that treatment. It just seems intuitive and it makes sense to me. And he also uses the muscle testing to see if there's any pathways internally that could need some attention, and he addresses that for you also. I was to the point where I was about to give up cycling. I, I, I couldn't look left or right. I would actually have to stand up in the pedals, turn my whole body to be able to look. Every 3 or 4 miles, I had to get off of my bike and rub my neck because for the pain to go away. I was about to give up on that. But with regular treatment with Dr. Vaught, that has all changed. I can now, I'm just getting back to it now, but I'm riding about 30 plus miles without having to stop and rub my neck. I can look left and right like a normal person and not have to stand up and twist my whole body around. There are days now that at the end of the day I can say, I did not think about my neck at all today. I didn't think about the pain in my neck, not one time today. That was not true 3 months ago. 3 months ago, my issues in my neck colored everything that I did. And that is just not the case now. So I have to say that what Dr. Vaught has done for me has been quality of life changing. So if you are hesitant to see a chiropractor, or you're not getting the results that you feel like you need, I just can't recommend Dr. Vaught highly enough. The muscle testing, the intuitive approach towards your treatment plan, it just feels personal. It feels like he is addressing what you need in that moment, that very day, and that just makes complete sense to me. So I would suggest, I've seen other chiropractors in the past. I got some relief, but nothing on this level. I would say through his approach, through the muscle testing, through the individual treatment plan, he has given me the most relief ever. And so I just can't say enough about him. So make that appointment. Oh, and by the way, I just don't tell him I said this, but I think his office manager is actually the person that is the glue that holds this whole operation together. She's the best. So, I would just recommend that you just go ahead and make the appointment. I would just give my personal recommendation that you will be glad you did. And I just don't have enough words to say to describe the relief and the satisfaction that I have gotten from continuing my treatment with Dr. Vaught. So do it. You'll be glad you did. Thank you.